think maybe before I answer that question, I would like to thank the Zimbabwean population for the maturity that they've displayed during these elections. Now, coming to your question, why is it taking long for the results to be announced? I think it is important that we follow the rule of law, we follow correct procedure in terms of the results. What the Zimbabwe Elections Commission has indicated is that they will start collating and they will start counting the results of the presidential elections once all the results from all the provinces, all these constituencies have arrived. And they've invited the chief elections agents and all the candidates for the presidential elections to be present when the collation and the counting of votes starts.
Can you confirm that all of the results have now arrived, considering that the election was on Saturday? Have all the results arrived at the offices of the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission?
I think that's, I'm not in a position to comment on that because I'm not a member of the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. I'm also a candidate in terms of the House of Assembly elections, so I think the most appropriate institution to comment on that would be the Zimbabwe Elections Commission.
So you are saying that the political parties are not being kept abreast to say now we've received all of the results and your chief electoral officers must then come and observe this process. You don't know, you are also in the dark like everybody else.
No, I don't think that would be true to say we're in the dark. But what I'm simply saying is that let's respect the integrity of the various institutions and allow the ZEC to be able to provide the proper and appropriate communication. I think it would be irresponsible for communication to be coming from various sources.
Observers have been criticized for declaring the election free and fair. What is your view?
Oh, well, I'm not an observer. I think in that vein, I don't think it's appropriate for anybody to criticize anyone for what they have observed. I think observers are here on the ground. They have seen what has happened with regards to the elections. I personally believe that the elections were free and fair, and this is why initially when we started, I congratulated the people of Zimbabwe for having shown the level of maturity that they've shown. The election has been about issues. It's been about issues of ideology. It's been issues about the direction that Zimbabwe should take. And I think everybody has been able to put their point across.
Why do you believe the election has been free and fair?
I believe that the election has been free and fair because in terms of constitutional amendment number 18, the parties in Zimbabwe, both formations of the MDC and ZANU-PF, agreed on what would happen with regards to the elections, and that has been kept up.
And this delay in the announcement of the results, it's raised consternation. There's criticism of this process, not only inside Zimbabwe, but from around the world. Is it not a concern for you?
But I think let's be fair here. The law states that results must be announced within 6 days. Already we've not yet gone past those 6 days. And I think what we really need to focus on is we need to focus on following correct procedure so that there is no dispute in terms of the elections. Why hurry? Why be impatient for a couple of days, especially for a results that are going to affect the rest of Zimbabweans for 5 years? I think a couple of days are really insignificant when you look at the term of office that the president, the senators and the House of Assembly and councillors are going to be.
Well, it doesn't seem to be a view that is shared by many, because even from inside Zimbabwe, our colleagues saying that some people are suggesting that the duration it's taking to announce these results has made people suspicious that there is some conduct that is untoward that is brewing here.
I think anybody who's participated in these elections will be aware of the process of counting, will be aware of the meticulous process that is used. And you will find that, all candidates really know exactly what happens. The elections opened at 7 a.m. and the polling officers worked throughout the day for 12 hours, and then thereafter they had to count, they had to verify the ballot papers, they would then count, then from each polling station, results would then be collated at ward level. From ward level, they will then also be collated at constituency level. From constituency level, they will be collated again at senatorial constituency level. And then from senatorial constituency level, they will go to the provincial collation centers and ultimately to national centers. And I think the Zimbabwe Elections Commission has done a tremendous job. All results that are coming through are verified by all parties to the extent that there will be no dispute whatsoever.
Can you confirm for us?
Critical.
Can you confirm for us when you expect as ZANU-PF that all the results will be announced?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that.
When do you expect all the results to have been announced?
We expect that all the results would have been announced within 6 days from the date of elections, but to give an exact date would be to preempt the work of SEC.
So by tomorrow all the results will be out?
No, I never said that. I'm not sure exactly by when the results will be out. I think that is a question that is best answered by the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission.
Are you as ZANU-PF in discussions with the MDC about a power-sharing agreement or a graceful exit for President Robert Mugabe?
We are not in discussions at all about power sharing. I think as ZANU-PF, we are waiting for the results. There have been a significant number of rumors that have been going around, including one which says that my mother had passed away. And some of these rumors are really malicious. And I think it is necessary that the media, in particular the foreign media, is truthful in what they report on.
The history of elections in Zimbabwe, even the past election, there were allegations that the election may not have been entirely free and fair. There were concerns that were raised right through. Is that not an issue, and perhaps is that not why we are where we are today, where concerns are repeatedly raised and these rumors continue to fester?
I think we have a very good history of elections. As ZANU-PF, where we've not done well in elections, we've accepted defeat. I think I will take you back to the year 2000, the constitutional referendum. As a ruling party at that time, the draft constitution was rejected by the people of Zimbabwe, and we accepted that result. So as ZANU-PF, we have a record of accepting the results from elections. Whenever the MDC has won any election, we've accepted that result. But I would urge my colleagues in the opposition to accept defeat in the same way that they accept victory.
So as ZANU-PF, you would accept the result that says Morgan Tsvangirai has won the presidential election?
As ZANU-PF would accept results that declare a winner that has come from ZEC in the way that we've accepted results that declare members of the House of Assembly as winners from either ZANU-PF or any of the two formations of the MDC.
All right, thank you very much for your time. Deputy Minister in Zimbabwe talking to us about the situation there. So they don't know when the results are going to come out, apart from the constitutional provision that the results must come out inside 6 days after the election has taken place. So the election took place on Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will be a key day. But concerns continue, reports coming through, fears about potential untoward behavior in the back room, and we'll be watching this story with interest.
We've got still so many emails coming in about this, and this is from Tebogo out of Cape Town saying, the world has changed. It's not only in Zimbabwe where votes have split from the same party, even though people continue to say they are fighting for the people and they are putting people's interests at heart. I was shocked to see this happening in America, where the presidential candidate Hillary Clinton refused to step down, even though the party leaders insist. The same thing is happening in Zimbabwe right now, where MDC votes are splitting. I think the meaning of this is that we'd rather lose both. Where people are power hungry. This is according to Tebogo out of Cape Town.
Okay, let's get a traffic news update now. Rob, good morning.